Yes, good morning students. We're live now. All right. Okay. So, welcome to today's lesson. In today's lesson, we will discuss about physical and chemical change. It is chapter 6 from your Frank Weather Frank Experience Science. Okay. NCERT chapter 6 physical and chemical change we are going to discuss. See, what are the topics we are going to discuss here? First of all, introduction, physical changes, chemical change, types of chemical reactions, rusting of iron and its prevention, and the last one is crystallization. All right. So, dear students, it is a common saying that change is the only constant. Changes are constantly taking place all around us. Okay, and when one or more properties of a substance become different, we say that some changes occur. All right. When one or more properties of a substance become different from its original one, then we are saying that some change has occurred in it. All right. So some of the examples like melting of ice, formation of curd from milk, melting of that ice cream, and evaporation of water, cooking food, burning of fuel, LPG, etc. All these are the changes that we are observing in our daily day-to-day life. All right. So, see, some of the changes are beneficial to us, and some are harmful. Some are fast, some are slow. Okay, but the change of a substance doesn't occur by its own, on its own. There is always some cause behind this change, okay, which brings about a change in a substance. Okay, so let us discuss about the first one. The change is of two types. One is physical change, another one is chemical change. Okay, so first of all we have to discuss about physical changes. So see, before we learn more about physical change, we must know about physical properties of a substance. What are the physical properties? See, physical properties such as state means not Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, not like that. We are talking about states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. Generally three kinds of states are there in a substance. A matter exists in three states, that is solid, liquid and gas. And other physical properties like shape, color, size, all these are the physical properties. Okay, so change in physical properties like shape, size, color and state. Okay, so these are the physical properties, and a physical change is a change in physical properties of a substance without any change in its chemical composition. Okay, next we can say that a physical change is generally reversible, means it can be back to its original one. All right, and no new substance is formed in this. That is temporary and reversible. Okay, the physical changes are temporary and reversible. See, next some of the examples we are going to discuss. Some of the examples of physical change. All right. Okay, let me switch to this side, it will be easier for us. Okay, so some of the examples are melting of ice cream. Okay, melting of ice cream, see the picture, this is a physical change. And next is cutting a piece of paper, dissolving salt in water. Okay, so all these are sorry, all these are physical changes. Okay, and next one is crystallization. Okay, so crystallization, it is one important topic, it is one important point. 1 mark or 2 mark questions may come in your examination. And what is that? That define crystallization. The definition is very easy. It is a process of separating a pure substance in the form of crystals by cooling a saturated solution. Okay, so crystallization is an example of physical change, and this method is used to purify solid substances. Okay, so this is the definition of crystallization. Next we are going to talk about the chemical change. Okay, chemical change, it is completely opposite of the physical change, it is completely opposite. See, of change before a change leading to the production of new substance is known as chemical change. Okay, the chemical change are those in which a substance undergoes changes which are generally irreversible. This means that once a chemical change has taken place, a completely new substance is formed with different chemical and physical properties as well. The properties of new substance formed during chemical change are entirely different from those of the original substance. It is completely, all the characteristics are completely different, and that is irreversible. Okay, during a chemical change, substance undergo a change in its chemical composition. Okay, and a lot of energy is either given out or absorbed during a chemical change. See, it is also one important question, that what is exothermic reaction and what is endothermic reaction. If heat is given out from the reaction, then we are saying that it is an exothermic reaction. Okay, if heat is observed during the chemical reaction, we can say that it is an endothermic reaction. Okay, let me tell once again, this is one important topic, important points, that exothermic and endothermic reaction. And in your examination it is also going to come in this 7th class and 10th class also. Okay, so in all chemical reactions, one or more new substance are formed with or without the production of heat. Okay, the reaction in which heat is produced are known as exothermic reaction, and the reaction in which heat get absorbed are called as endothermic reaction. Okay, that you have to remember, that is one important topic. And the next one is examples of chemical reaction, that is all the biological processes that happens inside our body. Okay, these are mostly comes under chemical changes, like digestion of food, respiration. Okay sorry, so the respiration and curdling of milk means conversion of milk to curd. Okay, formation of curd from milk, that is curdling of milk, and burning of LPG or burning of paper. These are the examples of chemical change. And the last one that I am going to discuss, that is rusting of iron. See, this is a chemical change we often see deposition on the surface of iron objects when they are left outside in moist air. What gets deposited on the surface of item that made up of iron? The answer is rust. Okay, and rusting of iron is a chemical change. Remember that rusting of iron is a chemical change, and two conditions generally essential for the rusting of iron, that is the presence of oxygen of air and presence of water vapor, which is also called as moisture. Okay, and one important topic I am going to discuss here that I have not mentioned here in the slide. See, rusting of iron is faster in coastal areas. Remember, rusting of iron is faster in coastal areas. Why? Because the air at those places contain more water vapor. Also, the presence of salt in water that helps the process of rusting. So, an iron object rusts faster in seawater than kept in fresh water. That you have to remember. Okay, what I have discussed, rusting of iron is faster in coastal area and than other areas, and rusting of iron is faster in salt water, in sea water. Okay, because it contains salt in it. Okay, than kept in fresh water. All right, see the picture. This is the picture of rusting of iron. Okay. Next thing we are going to discuss types of chemical reaction. See, basically there are four kinds of chemical reactions. First one is combination reaction. Okay, so combination reaction means in this type of chemical reaction, two or more substances they join together. Here A plus B, they join together to form AB, a completely new substance formed here. A completely new substance. A and B, they combine together, they join together to form A and B, a completely new substance. Okay, let me give one example of this. That is, Mg plus O2 gives 2MgO. Okay, Mg stands for magnesium, O2 stands for oxygen, and MgO stands for magnesium oxide. When magnesium combines with oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide. Means two substances, one is magnesium, another one is oxygen. They combine together to form magnesium oxide. Okay, this is a combination reaction. Now move to the next one, that is decomposition reaction. Decomposition means the substance become decompose. The substance is AB. Okay, AB. This is AB. Complete one single element, single compound. Okay, it breaks down to two different substances, that is A and B. Okay, two different substances. So in this type of chemical reaction, means in decomposition reaction, a compound breaks down to form two or more substances. Okay, two or more substances. So in this type of reaction, a compound breaks down to form two or more substances. The breakdown occurs when the when the compound is heated or electric current is passed through it or exposed to light. This is the general reaction that I have mentioned. AB gives A plus B. Okay. Decomposition reaction is completely opposite the combination reaction. Okay. See the example, that is AgCl. AgCl stands for silver chloride, and it when it exposed to sunlight, it gives silver. It decomposed to its to different substances, that is silver and chlorine. Okay, so this is the example of decomposition reaction. Now move to next one, that is single displacement reaction. In this reaction, what happens? AB A plus B C. Okay, A plus B C. A is one element that displaces the atom of another element from a compound, that is C. A displaces what? C, and it forms AC, and B leaves alone. So the general reaction is A plus BC gives AC plus B. That is the general representation of single displacement reaction. So what happens exactly in a single displacement reaction? Atoms of one element displace the atom of another element. Okay, so atoms of one element displace the atom of one other element. Now this is the example of single displacement reaction I have mentioned here. That is copper sulfate solution reacts with iron. It gives iron sulfate and copper. This experiment we will do in science lab, and I will provide you the link in the description regarding the experiment. Okay, so what happens here, that iron displaces SO4 from its copper sulfate solution and forms iron sulfate solution. Okay, and leaves the copper alone. Now the next one is double displacement reaction. Alright, we are back. So double displacement reaction. Next one is double displacement reaction. What happens here, that AB and CD, these are the two compounds, they react with each other and exchange their elements or group. Okay, see the common formula, that is AB plus CD gives AD plus BC. Okay, and this is the example, that is hydrochloric acid HCl react with NaOH, sodium hydroxide, gives NaCl, sodium chloride, which is common salt, and H2O, water. Okay, so this is about double displacement reaction. Next thing we are going to discuss about prevention of rusting. We have already learned what is rusting. Now is the time for how to prevent rusting. Okay, the first one, painting or greasing. It is the most common method to prevent rusting is to paint or put a protective layer of grease. Okay, so this is the picture. You can see in this picture a protective someone is applying color. Why? For its decoration purpose and also to protect it from rusting. Okay, so over the iron object, so that it doesn't come in direct contact with moisture or air, he is putting color, he is painting. Okay, so steel furniture, grills, railing, iron grease, window grills and bodies of truck buses and cars all are painted to protect them from rusting, also for our decoration purpose also, and both purposes, but mainly it is painted to protect them from rusting. Okay, and next one is converting iron into stainless steel. See, when two or more metals are liquefied and mixed homogeneously, the process is called as alloying. This is a chemical change, and the alloys formed are more resistant to corrosion. Okay, and stainless steel is an alloy which doesn't rust easily. And the next one is galvanization. Next method of prevention, that is galvanization. What is galvanization? The process of depositing a coat means a thin layer of zinc metal on iron object is known as galvanization. And galvanization prevents iron from rusting. Water supply pipes are galvanized with a protective layer of metals such as zinc or chromium to protect them from rusting. You can see the examples. Okay, next one is electroplating. Electroplating, it is also another method to prevent rust. Okay, to prevent rusting. In this method, metal surfaces are covered in this method metal surfaces are covered with a more reactive metal by using electric current, and thus corrosion is stopped. Spoon, handles of bicycle, taps and many other articles are electroplated. Many presentation articles and medals are gold plated or silver plated by electroplating. Okay, so this is all about the chapter, and do not forget to subscribe the channel, like the video, comment and share it with your friends. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.